truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. Somebody just tipped me off to something huge. April 4th, 1984, Ronald Reagan gave a speech calling for a ban on chemical weapons. 33 years later to the day, there would be the chemical weapons attack in Syria that now has escalated into Donald Trump firing 59 Tomahawk missiles at Syria and could escalate further. They're saying this attack has killed Russians. Now Russia's not happy. We'll see where they're going to take us. We've known for a long time they are taking us to a greater war, and that day approaches with each passing day. So April 4th, 1984, Reagan calls for a chemical weapons ban. 33 years later, this weapons attack, chemical weapons attack, that's now escalating, a delicate situation as it's been presented to us in the media. I want to remind you the significance of 33 years later. Again, it was 1968 that World Trade Center construction began in New York. 911 was made the national emergency dialing code, and George W. Bush graduated from Yale and Skull and Bones. 33 years later, he'd become president. 911 would happen, bringing 911 and the World Trade Centers and Bush all together. 33 years earlier, 33, a special number to Freemasonry. And with regards to Reagan, he was the 33rd governor of California after finishing his acting career in Hollywood. Hollywood has that gematria 33, like masonry, like secrecy, like federal, like order. With regards to him giving this speech on April 4th, 1984, April 4th, 44, something like 44, remember, the divisors of 44 sum to 84. When you write out 40 as a word, it sums to 84. Reagan was the 40th governor. When you write out United States, it sums to 40. When you write out United States of America, it sums to 84. Relationship between these numbers, 40, 44, and 84. Barack Obama, the 44th president, the name Obama in gematria equals 84. His birthday was 8/4. We see this pairing of 44 and 84 a lot. 44, the big military number, the number that has a lot to do with killing. And with regards to the chemical weapons attack, again coming 33 years later, we had already pinpointed that it was a false flag. There were all sorts of signs, but now we find even more. That it was synced up with an event 33 years earlier. False flag 33, masonry 33, secrecy 33, order 33, Hollywood 33. I forgot to put federal up there. I forgot to put torment up there. I forgot to put outrage up there. That's what this is. This is tormenting the world's people with a planned narrative, planned propaganda, planned fear by the numbers. I'm going to add this to the ongoing playlist I have for the chemical weapons attack from April 4th and now the response on April 6th. Be sure to check out that playlist. It's in the description. Whole lot more important information. This is just one more crucial piece. And it just goes to show how planned out all of this really is. Today's attack comes on the 100-year anniversary of our entrance into World War I. That was April 6th, 1917. Now April 6th, 2017, an attack that could lead to World War III, as it's been foretold. The playlist is linked below. Be sure to check out the other work. There's so much more that's important, Truth Seeker. Be sure to spread this knowledge to your friends and family. What's going on is undeniable. It is undeniable, truly. We need to make sure everyone knows it. Until next time, Core, just for good measure, I better show the significance of April 4th, just in case you haven't seen the prior work. The April 4th attack was in Khan Shaykhun, which has gematria of 144, just like Ghouta, Syria, where the chemical weapons attack was of August 21st, 2013. When you write out April 4th, it sums to 144, just like when you write out 44, April 4th, 44, 4/4. When you write out sarin gas attack, it also sums to 144. And remember, the word Syrian equals 74, like killing, like Masonic, like Jewish. This happened 74 days after Donald Trump took office. The latest actor from Hollywood who's in the Oval Office since Ronald Reagan. This number 144 represents time. And April 4th, a very special date in the calendar year, used for symbolic events, history-shaping events. You know, this year and in years past, the date Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated. So much more. But this is why April 4th, this is what the numbers are really about. 44 is a number that has to do with killing and time and military. And this whole thing, it's biblical. You know, you read the Bible, it's a book of numbers. Gematria, the ancient practice of coding numbers into words, very relevant to the Bible. The date of the attack, April 4th, 2017, a date with 45 numerology, just like Holy Bible, just like sarin gas attack. It's undeniable what's going on, Truth Seeker. Till next time. Double encore. With regards to chemical weapons and April 4th, one more important point to make. April 4th, the 94th day of the year. Remember, when you write out 94, it has the gematria of 147, just like chemical weapons. Ronald Reagan, on this date, talking about banning chemical weapons. 33 years later, an attack with chemical weapons on this date, the 94th day of the year. And regarding the President of the United States, the White House has 147 windows. President of the United States has gematria of 147. Again, very special number to Freemasonry. Freemason, 147. Conspiracy, 147. When you write out 94, like the 94th day of the year, you know, it's not hard to see who's running and who's planning the show and by what code they're doing it. It's so repetitive, it's so redundant, it's so played out. It needs to be exposed in the worst way. So just wanted to make sure that point's in there too. Again, these are all things we've talked about in the last few days, but I want to make sure this material is sticking and people are understanding the agenda by the numbers. Until next time.